Leo, our retired police dog, wouldn't stop barking at the old oak behind our house. His persistent noise echoed day and night, drawing concern. Frustrated, I decided to investigate, expecting a squirrel or a hidden object. What I found, however, was far beyond simple explanations. What lay beneath the tree would change our lives forever. Leo's persistent barking continued to plague the family night after night. It was as if he knew something they didn't. The loud barks echoed through the house, interrupting their sleep. "What's bothering him?" Mom questioned. Dad tried to calm Leo, but the dog remained fixated on the old oak tree. Each night was the same, Leo barking incessantly, making the mystery of the tree even more intriguing. The family knew they had to figure it out. Determined to uncover the source of Leo's agitation, Dad decided to explore the area more carefully. He grabbed a flashlight and headed out to the old oak tree. Pacing around, he examined the roots and trunk closely. "There's got to be something here," he mumbled. But despite his thorough inspection, nothing seemed out of place. Frustrated, he scratched his head, wondering what could be causing Leo's relentless barking. The mystery remained unsolved, but Dad wasn't ready to give up. As Leo's barking persisted, neighbors began to notice the ruckus. With furrowed brows and concerned looks, they approached the family. "Is everything okay?" one neighbor asked. The constant noise added a layer of pressure to resolve the mystery quickly. "We're working on it," Dad explained. The community's growing impatience made the family even more anxious to find an answer. "We need to figure this out soon," Mom sighed. "Welcome to Wonderbot Animals." The tension was palpable, but so was their determination. In his frustration, Dad made a decision to go deeper, literally. Armed with tools from his garage, he returned to the old oak tree. "Maybe there's something beneath the surface," he thought. With shovel in hand, he started to dig around the roots of the tree. The soil was tough, but Dad's determination fueled his efforts. Each scoop brought him closer to uncovering whatever was hidden. "Let's see what you're hiding," he muttered to himself, hoping for a breakthrough. Dad started digging, unearthing various objects. An old toy appeared, its colors faded by time. "Huh, what's this doing here?" he muttered, tossing it aside. Next came a rusty can, empty but a sign of past activity. Despite these finds, nothing seemed significant. Frustration set in, but Dad's curiosity remained. There has to be something more, he thought. Leo's barking hadn't led them astray yet, so Dad continued digging, determined to reveal the tree's secrets. Mom suggested consulting a local historian about the tree's history. "Maybe there's some archaeological significance we're missing," she proposed. Dad nodded, agreeing it was worth a shot. They arranged a meeting with Mr. Blake, a respected historian. "This tree might have a story of its own," Mr. Blake hinted. His words added a new layer of intrigue. "It wouldn't hurt to learn more," Mom said. The family hoped this historical context would provide clues to solve their current mystery. The historian mentioned that the land used to belong to a prominent family decades ago. "These roots run deep," Mr. Blake explained. The family listened intently as he described the estate's history. "This area was once part of a large homestead," he continued. The story deepened their curiosity. "So, there could be something valuable buried here?" Dad asked. Mr. Blake nodded thoughtfully. The new information sparked a sense of urgency. They were more convinced than ever that the mystery needed solving. Armed with the new historical context, Dad wondered if there might be a family heirloom or some historical artifact beneath the tree. The idea of finding a long-lost treasure excited him. "There's got to be something of value here," he thought. The mere possibility stirred his determination. The oak tree seemed to hold secrets that were just waiting to be unearthed. With this renewed focus, Dad became more committed to solving the mystery, confident that they were on the right path. Leo's barking grew more frantic, almost as if he was sensing something imminent. The dog's urgent behavior pushed Dad to continue his digging efforts. "We must be close," Dad said, feeling a surge of determination. Leo's relentless barks acted as a guide, hinting that they were on the verge of discovering something significant. With each shovel of dirt he removed, Dad felt closer to the truth. The sense of anticipation grew, driving him to dig deeper into the unknown. With Leo's barks growing more desperate, Dad pushed the shovel deeper into the earth. Dirt flew aside as he dug with a determination he hadn't felt in years. Suddenly, the shovel struck something hard. A metallic clink echoed in the silence of the night. Dad paused, then cleared more soil, his heart pounding with anticipation. "Did you hear that?" he called out to Leo, who responded with an excited bark. Excited by the metallic sound, Dad continued digging until he uncovered a small, weathered metal box buried among the roots. It was old, with rust and dirt masking its original appearance. He lifted it, feeling its surprising weight. Dad examined it briefly, noticing it was locked. "I think we've found something significant, Leo," he said, patting the loyal dog. Together, they headed back to the house to reveal the box's secrets. Dad burst into the house with the box in hand. "Look what I found," he exclaimed, placing the box on the dining table. Mom and the kids rushed over, their eyes wide with curiosity. "What's in it?" Mom asked, her voice filled with excitement. Dad fetched a screwdriver and started working on the lock. As he pried it open, the family huddled close, eager to see what secrets the old box held. With a satisfying click, the lock gave way. Dad lifted the lid, revealing the contents inside. The family peered into the box, discovering a few trinkets, some old coins, and an unfamiliar key. "Look at these," Mom remarked, picking up a coin. "They must be really old." Dad examined the key, turning it over in his hand. "I wonder what this opens," he mused aloud, sparking a new wave of curiosity. The key was unlike anything they had seen, a small, intricately designed piece of metal. "Any guesses on what this might open?" Dad asked, holding it up. The kids threw out ideas ranging from treasure chests to secret rooms. "It must be tied to something valuable," Mom suggested. Everyone nodded in agreement, feeling the excitement build. Dad decided it was worth checking the surrounding areas for any leads, keeping the key safe. With the key pocketed, Dad set out to explore the nearby woods. "Don't worry, I'll be back soon," he told the family as he headed out. The sun was setting, casting long shadows through the trees. Dad walked, scanning the area for anything unusual. In his search, he stumbled upon an old abandoned shed, its wooden frame barely visible through the overgrowth. "This looks promising," he muttered, his curiosity piqued. As Dad approached the shed, he noticed its decrepit state. Ivy climbed the walls, and the roof sagged under the weight of years. He walked around it, searching for an entrance. The shed had a heavy rusted lock hanging from the door. Taking a deep breath, he pulled out the key. "Here goes nothing," he said to himself, pushing the key into the lock. To his surprise, it fit perfectly, creating a surge of excitement. The lock clicked open, and Dad's heart raced. The key had worked. "This is it," he whispered, feeling a mixture of excitement and apprehension. He carefully removed the lock and pushed the door open. The hinges creaked loudly, breaking the silence of the woods. What could be inside? He wondered aloud. Dad pushed the door further, revealing the shadowy interior. The anticipation was almost tangible as he stepped inside, ready for anything. Dad cautiously entered the old shed, the musty smell of age and neglect hitting him immediately. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and dust floated in the slivers of light filtering through the gaps in the wooden walls. He could barely contain his excitement. His eyes scanned the room, taking in the old tools, boxes, and furniture covered in layers of dust. "There's got to be something here," he thought, moving further inside. Dad began sifting through the clutter, moving old tools and peeking into dusty boxes. Each item told a story of abandonment and time, but none stood out as significant. He found furniture covered in cobwebs, visibly long forgotten. Despite the aged remnants, he felt he was on the verge of discovering something important. "Let's see what you're hiding," he murmured, continuing his search amidst the dusty chaos, driven by Leo's earlier excitement. Nothing particularly stood out at first, but Leo, ever the diligent dog, seemed intrigued by a specific corner of the shed. His nose twitched and he barked softly, eyes fixed on a pile of old crates. Dad took notice and knelt down beside him. "What is it, boy?" he asked, patting Leo on the back. The dog pawed at the floor, clearly agitated. Dad sensed that they were onto something important. Following Leo's lead, Dad began to clear out the area. He shifted old crates and moved dusty boxes, creating a small, clear space on the floor. "You really think there's something here, huh?" he muttered to Leo, who responded with a wagging tail and insistent sniffing. Dad continued to tidy up, feeling a growing sense of anticipation. Finally, he spotted an uneven floorboard, slightly raised at one end. Dad carefully pried up the loose floorboard, revealing a hidden compartment below. His heart raced as he peered inside, illuminated by the beam of his flashlight. The compartment contained old items, yellowed papers, brittle letters, and another smaller locked box. He reached in and gently lifted the box out. "Well, what have we here?" he whispered, staring at the new find. Leo barked softly, as if encouraging him. The smaller box was more intricate than the first one they had discovered. It had an ornate design and seemed even older. "This definitely looks important," Dad said aloud. He examined the box carefully, noting the delicate craftsmanship. "We need to get this home," he decided. With Leo by his side, tail still wagging, Dad carried the box out of the shed and back to the house, excitement mounting. Back at home, Dad placed the new box on the kitchen table and tried to open it. Unlike the first one, this box was much sturdier. "It's not budging," he muttered, bending closer to inspect the lock. His attempts to pry it open with a screwdriver failed. Frustration set in, but the sense of mystery outweighed it. "We need help with this," he concluded, glancing at Mom for agreement. He decided to call a locksmith, knowing the box's secrets were too important to risk breaking it. "We need to get this opened properly," he said to Mom. She nodded in agreement, reaching for the phone. "I'll call Mr. Harris," she said, dialing the number. Mr. Harris, the local locksmith, was a trusted figure in the community. "He'll know exactly what to do," she added, confident in their choice. The next morning, Mr. Harris arrived promptly. "Been a while since I've had a challenge like this," he joked, examining the intricate lock. He set to work with a variety of tools, carefully manipulating the mechanisms. After several tense minutes, he succeeded. "There we go," he said, as the lock clicked open. Dad and Mom leaned in as Mr. Harris lifted the lid, revealing a collection of old documents inside. They peered inside, discovering old property deeds and what looked like a personal diary. "These documents are ancient," Dad remarked, handling them carefully. The yellowed pages crinkled under his touch. "This must be important," Mom said, picking up the diary. Written in elegant handwriting, the entries detailed daily life and personal reflections. "There's a lot here to unpack," she added, intrigued by the historical value of their find. As they read through the diary entries, they glimpsed into the life of the land's previous owners. Daily routines, personal struggles, and joyful moments filled the pages. "Look at this," Mom said, pointing to a particular entry. It hinted at a mystery or a lost legacy tied to their land. "This could be huge," Dad exclaimed, his mind racing. Every entry seemed to add another layer to the unfolding story. Intrigued by the diary, Mom decided to dig deeper into local archives. "I'm heading to the library," she announced, grabbing her car keys. Dad nodded, fully supportive of the idea. At the local library, she spent hours poring over old newspapers, land records, and historical documents. Each piece of information seemed to connect, revealing a tale of a hidden treasure that was never found. This revelation stirred their curiosity even more. At the library, Mom stumbled upon a tale of a hidden treasure that had never been found. The old articles and records detailed stories of a prominent family who owned their land decades ago. The treasure was rumored to be an inheritance that was stashed away for safekeeping, but never retrieved. This newfound knowledge stirred Mom's excitement, and she couldn't wait to share the revelation with the rest of the family. Mom's discovery spread a ripple of curiosity throughout the household. Dad leaned back in his chair, intrigued. "A hidden treasure, you say?" he mused. The kids' eyes lit up with excitement. They gathered around the table, eager to hear more. "There could be something really valuable waiting to be found," Mom added, holding the diary. The family's minds raced with possibilities, their curiosity reaching a new peak. As they sat around the table, the family brainstormed theories about the treasure. "Maybe it's gold coins," suggested their eldest, eyes gleaming with excitement. "Or perhaps it's antique jewelry," Mom offered, her imagination running wild. Dad, however, was more pragmatic. "It could be old family heirlooms," he speculated. Each idea brought new waves of excitement and speculation. They were determined to uncover the truth behind the treasure's mystery. Throughout their discussions, Leo's consistent barking continued to echo through the house. "He's definitely onto something," Dad remarked. The persistent noise seemed to encourage their belief that they were on the right track. "Maybe Leo knows exactly where to look," Mom suggested with a laugh. The dog's unusual behavior only heightened their curiosity and determination to solve the mystery. Leo's barks became a rallying cry for their quest. Determined to follow the clues, Dad decided to focus his search efforts back on the old oak tree. "If Leo thinks there's more out there, then that's where I'm starting," he declared, picking up his shovel. The family watched as he headed outside. Leo trotted beside him, tail wagging with enthusiasm. Dad was convinced there was more to the story buried beneath the tree, waiting to be discovered. Dad returned to the oak tree and started digging even deeper than before. Leo's excited barks encouraged him as he shoveled away layers of soil. Sweat dripped down his forehead, but his determination didn't waver. "Come on, there's got to be something here," he muttered. The deeper he dug, the closer he felt to uncovering something significant. Finally, the shovel struck something solid, sending a thrill of excitement through him. Dad's shovel had hit a hidden chamber. He quickly cleared more soil, revealing a stone lid embedded near the roots. He paused, catching his breath, and examined the stone. It was old, with faint inscriptions on its surface. "Wow, look at this!" he called out to Leo, who barked in response. Dad felt a surge of excitement and anticipation as he prepared to lift the heavy lid. With great effort, Dad began to move the stone lid. His muscles strained as he pushed and leveraged until, with a final heave, the lid slid aside. What lay beneath left him momentarily breathless, an underground cellar hidden away for who knows how long. The dim light revealed the outlines of several sealed boxes and a couple of old books. "This is incredible," he whispered, peering into the hidden space. Inside the chamber, Dad found several sealed boxes and a couple of old books. Each item looked ancient and fragile. His hands trembled with excitement as he carefully reached in and retrieved the objects. "These have been here for so long," he thought, marveling at the historical significance. He laid the items out near the tree to examine them more closely, wondering what secrets they might reveal. Dad carefully pulled out the items from the hidden chamber and laid them out in the yard. The boxes were sealed tightly, and the books appeared worn but well preserved. Each item promised a glimpse into a past long forgotten. Dad felt a mix of anticipation and apprehension. What stories or treasures could these boxes hold? "We need to open these carefully," he said, knowing the importance of their discovery. Upon inspecting the items, Dad realizes these boxes contain more valuable relics, jewelry, antique coins, and some strange-looking figurines. Each piece seemed to tell a story, hinting at the wealth and history of the tree's previous owners. "This is incredible," he muttered, picking up a delicate necklace. The kids gathered around, eyes wide with awe. Mom carefully examined an ornate figurine, clearly fascinated by the craftsmanship and detail. The treasure was beyond their wildest imaginations. Additionally, the books discovered in the hidden chamber detail the family's past and how they had to hide their wealth during tumultuous times. Each page seemed ancient and well-preserved, outlining the struggles and triumphs of those who came before them. Mom read aloud, her voice filled with wonder. They had to hide everything to protect it. The family listened intently, realizing the depth of the legacy they had unearthed. The intrigue sparked deeper questions about their own history. Leo seemed satisfied, but still nervous as if there's more to the story. He paced around the yard, his ears twitching at every sound. "What's got you worked up, boy?" Dad asked, patting Leo's head. The dog's restless energy indicated there might be another layer to this mystery. Dad watched Leo, convinced that their loyal dog sensed something they hadn't discovered yet. "Maybe we're missing something," he mused, feeling the weight of the unresolved mystery pressing down on him. With the valuable items in hand, Dad decides to have the items appraised for their historical and monetary value. "We need an expert to look at these," he said to Mom. She nodded in agreement, carefully packing up the relics. The family headed into town, the discoveries nestled safely in a box. The local appraiser, known for his expertise in antiquities, was their destination. They hoped he could provide more insight into the treasures they had unearthed. The family contemplates what to do with the discovered treasure, feeling both excited and apprehensive. "Should we keep it? Or maybe donate it to a museum?" Mom asked, her voice filled with uncertainty. The kids were split. Some wanted to keep the relics, while others thought preserving them in a museum was better. Dad scratched his head, weighing the options. "Whatever we decide, it has to be the right thing to do," he concluded, feeling the gravity of their discovery. The appraiser confirms the item's authenticity and remarks on their significant historical value. "This collection is extraordinary," he said, examining each piece carefully. He pointed out details in the jewelry and coins that indicated their age and origin. "You're looking at a small fortune here," he remarked, making the family's hearts race. The historical importance of the items was undeniable. "This could change everything," Dad whispered, realizing they were holding pieces of history in their hands. The family discusses whether to keep the treasure or donate it to a museum. Around the dinner table, opinions flew back and forth. "It's part of our heritage," Mom said. "Preserving it would be an honor." The kids voiced their thoughts, excited by the idea of their find being on display. Dad listened, considering both sides. "We need to think this through," he said, emphasizing the importance of making the right decision for their remarkable discovery. The local media gets wind of the story, bringing reporters and curious onlookers to their doorstep. Cameras flashed, and microphones were thrust towards them. "How did you find this treasure?" one reporter asked. Dad handled the questions with calm, explaining their incredible journey from Leo's barking to the incredible find. The family felt a mix of pride and overwhelm as they shared their discovery with the world. The attention brought excitement, but also pressure to protect their newfound treasures. As Dad reburies the empty boxes to avoid drawing more attention, Leo starts barking frantically again. "Not this again," Dad sighed, feeling the dog's urgency escalate. "What is it, boy?" he asked, watching Leo's intense focus. Dad's heart raced as Leo pawed at the ground near the tree roots, barking with unrelenting determination. The sense of something significant still hidden gripped Dad, pulling him back into the mystery. "There must be more," he thought, ready to dig again. Leo's frantic barking seemed to hint that there was still something significant they hadn't uncovered yet. Dad picked up his shovel, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. "Okay, let's see what you found," he said, digging near where Leo indicated. The soil felt different, lighter. His heart pounded with each shovel full of dirt he removed. The family watched anxiously, their curiosity sparked once more. Whatever lay beneath the surface, it was calling out to be discovered. Dad's curiosity was renewed by Leo's persistent barking. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, he planned one final, thorough investigation. "All right, Leo, show me what you've got," Dad said, grabbing his tools and heading back to the old oak tree. Leo led the way, tail wagging with excitement. The family watched from the porch, hopeful that this time they would uncover the last piece of the puzzle. With renewed determination, Dad returned to the oak tree and began digging once more. Leo barked and pawed at the ground, urging him on. The soil felt different, as if something hidden was close. After several minutes of digging, Dad's shovel hit a hard object. Clearing the dirt away, he unearthed a peculiar blue object wedged within the roots. The contrast of the blue against the earthy tones caught everyone's attention immediately. As soon as Dad exposed the blue object, Leo's excitement reached a peak. His barks grew more frantic, his tail wagged faster, and he circled the find with fervour. "Good boy, this must be it," Dad exclaimed, feeling a rush of excitement himself. Leo's reaction left no doubt that this blue object was a significant piece of their unfolding mystery. The family gathered closer, anticipation building as they wondered what this odd item could mean. Dad carefully extracted the blue object from the roots, revealing it to be an old, ornate locket. Its intricate designs hinted at a rich history. "Wow, this is incredible," Dad marveled, turning the locket over in his hands. The family peered over his shoulder, captivated by the locket's beauty and age. Leo's excitement had led them to this final piece, and their hearts raced with anticipation and curiosity about what secrets it might hold. With bated breath, Dad opened the ornate locket. Inside, he found a tiny photograph of a person from a long-forgotten era. The sepia tones and period clothing suggested it was someone significant to the land's history. Could this be the key to understanding everything? Mom wondered aloud, her gaze fixed on the photograph. The family speculated about the person's identity, feeling that they were on the verge of solving the mystery that had consumed their lives. This last finding seemed to tie everything together, revealing the true historical importance of the relics they had uncovered. The photograph inside the locket suggested a deep connection to the land's past owners. "Everything makes sense now," Dad said, feeling a sense of closure. The documents, the hidden boxes, the treasure, all pointed back to the locket and the person in the photograph. Leo's relentless barking had guided them to a treasure trove of history. The family gathered around the kitchen table to discuss the significance of their discovery. "This is truly incredible," Mom said, placing the locket in the center of the table. Each member shared their thoughts and feelings, reflecting on how much they had learned about their home's history. The photograph in the locket had provided them with the missing link they needed. They felt a sense of closure and fulfillment from the journey they had taken together. The mystery that began with Leo's persistent barking had finally been solved. Each clue had led them deeper into a story that spanned generations. "I still can't believe all this was right under our noses," Dad reflected. The family shared looks of amazement and gratitude for the adventure they had experienced. Leo, lying contentedly at their feet, seemed to understand that his mission to reveal the secrets of the oak tree was now complete. The family's lives were forever changed by the unexpected journey sparked by Leo's barking. Their newfound knowledge of the land's history gave them a richer appreciation for their home and its past. "Who knew a simple bark could unearth so much?" Mom remarked, smiling at Leo. They had not only uncovered treasure, but had also strengthened their bond as a family. The experience left them eager to preserve and honor the legacy they had discovered. In the end, Leo had been the true hero, leading them to uncover their home's remarkable history. "Good job, Leo," Dad said, patting the dog lovingly. The family gathered around Leo, gratitude evident in their eyes. They realized that without Leo's persistence, the treasures and stories hidden beneath the old oak tree might never have been revealed. The faithful dog had guided them on a journey they would remember for the rest of their lives. The family decided to donate the treasures they found to a local museum. "It's the right thing to do," Dad said, looking at the others. Mom nodded, holding the locket with a sense of duty. The kids were reluctant, but understood the significance of preserving history. They packed the items carefully, knowing they were parting with pieces that carried immense historical value. Their decision brought a sense of fulfillment, knowing future generations would learn from their discovery. The media coverage continued, turning their story into the talk of the town. Reporters lined up for interviews and camera crews set up outside their home. "We've become quite the sensation," Dad remarked, a mix of pride and fatigue in his voice. Every news outlet wanted to capture their incredible journey. The family handled the attention gracefully, sharing their story with enthusiasm despite the overwhelming spotlight. Their tale resonated with many, highlighting the importance of preserving history. The community praised the family for their selfless decision to share the historical finds. Neighbours and local historians applauded their commitment to preserving the past. "You've done something remarkable," one resident told them during a town meeting. The support and admiration poured in, solidifying their belief that they had made the right choice. The family felt a deep sense of pride, knowing they had contributed to the collective memory and heritage of their town. A local historian personally thanked the family for bringing the hidden story of the land to light. "Your discovery is invaluable," he remarked, shaking Dad's hand warmly. The historian expressed his excitement about the insights the artifacts provided into the area's past. Mom smiled, appreciating the historian's passion. The family felt honoured to have played a role in revealing a part of history that had been forgotten. It was a gratifying moment, reinforcing their decision to donate the treasures. Leo was honoured with a special ceremony for his role in uncovering the mystery. The local community gathered to show their appreciation, and Leo received a medal for his unwavering dedication. "Here's to our hero," Dad proclaimed, patting Leo's head. The faithful dog barked in response, seemingly understanding the significance. It was a memorable day for the family, celebrating not just their discovery, but the loyal companion who had made it all possible. The family's bond grew stronger throughout the adventure. They had faced unknowns and revelations together, emerging more united than ever. Around the dinner table, they laughed and reminisced about the journey. "Can you believe how it all started?" the eldest child asked, chuckling. Each member cherished the shared experiences, grateful for the lessons learned. The adventure had not only unveiled historical treasures, but had also deepened their family's connection, leaving lasting memories that would endure. The old oak tree stood as a silent witness to the remarkable history unearthed beneath it. Its roots intertwined with secrets and stories from a bygone era. The family often found themselves looking at the tree with newfound respect. "It's incredible to think of all that's happened here," Mom mused one evening. The tree continued to stand tall, a living monument to the rich heritage and the extraordinary journey the family had embarked upon together. Leo finally rested peacefully, having completed his mission. The once restless dog now found tranquility, his duty fulfilled. "Good boy," Dad said softly, watching Leo doze contentedly. The family lavished him with affection, grateful for his persistence and loyalty. Leo's once constant barking was replaced with quiet peace, a testament to the mystery they had solved. The faithful dog had guided them through an incredible adventure, and now he could rest easy. Job well done. The family looked back on their extraordinary journey with pride and satisfaction. They marveled at how a simple bark had led to such profound discoveries and life-changing experiences. "It's amazing what we've been through," Mom said, reflecting. They felt a deep sense of accomplishment, having uncovered a hidden history and strengthened their bonds. Their home held new meaning, filled with memories and a richer understanding of the past. The journey, though unexpected, had brought them closer and taught them so much. Though the mystery was solved, the story of the old oak and its secrets would be remembered forever. The family ensured that the tale was passed down, shared with friends and neighbours. "This is a part of our legacy now," Dad said, looking at the tree. The lessons learned and the history discovered became an integral part of their lives. The story of Leo's barking, the hidden treasures, and the journey to unravel the past would be cherished and told for generations.